Coming at you with some new choreography today. Today's song that I'm basing this choreography off of is a remix by Chris Brown called No Guidance. I'm not even going to try and say her name because I'm going to butcher it. But yeah, she does this remix for No Guidance. You can find it on YouTube, and I think she has a Spotify as well. This routine is going to involve a lot of floor work and some spins and a little bit of twerking. So you're going to start at the front of your pole in this lunge position, and we're going to be laying down, and we're going to listen to our cues. Our first cue is going to be a little lift up, and then you're going to come down. You want to think if you're kind of rolling up and then rolling down. Once you go back down, I want you to bounce this booty. So you're going to bounce, all right? Not too fast. And then from here, you're going to straighten that leg to the back as your hands come to your chest and you lay your face on the ground. Here, you're going to squeeze with that core and you're going to come up onto the boxes of your heels, okay? Opening up your legs, and then you're going to do a slow raise down. Feet together for a heel clack, okay? It's going to be a fast movement. Once you heel clack, you're coming up. Do your up. You're going to think about, you're going to lead with your right leg, so the leg, so it's my right leg, but it's going to be the leg that is furthest away from the pole that's going to come up in a bent motion. You're going to think about bending both of your legs. Okay, bend both of your legs as your front one comes out and straightens. My back leg, the knee just comes to my chest. So then I can press up. I'm in a lunge. Here, we're going to give a bit of sass with our hair. Then you're going to turn to the other side of the pole. We're going to turn while we switch knees. Come into your lunge here. All right? We're going to do a bit of a push forward. Lean back. And then from here, we're going to press up. All right? So now that we've pressed up, our inside arm is going to come down. Okay, we're going to think fingers pointing down like so. Your outside arm is going to come across your chest, and you're going to grab thumb pointing up, okay? We're going to do a bit of a scissor kick to the back. So you're going to kick with your inside leg, other leg will follow. I'm going to kick, when I land at the back of the pole. Okay, so when you get airborne, I want you to turn to your pole, okay? So we're going to kick, turn to your pole, all right? I end up taking my bottom hand off throughout this movement so I can get to the back. Then once we're here, you're going to come up onto the boxes of your heels and you're going to come down. Bit of a head roll. And then you're going to hear the cue and we're going to come to the other side, dipping that back leg back. Your hand's going to come over. And you're going to do something like this. Okay, so it's going to be a this, this. All right, just a bit of sass, add in that hair, that hand flip there. It's when she's saying like that, okay? We're going to do like that. Now that we've done our squat dips here at the back, we're going to stand back up again, okay? So you're going to do, doesn't matter what side you come to, I'm gonna come out to my left side, but I'm bringing my butt up first, okay? So you can come down like so, you do your little, like that, and then we're going to come to the opposite side and stand up, okay? Then once you're here, you're going to do a half turn to put your back onto the pole. All right, now that we're here, we're going to take our hand that's in front of the pole, and we're going to grab behind us like this, and we're going to do a twerk, okay? You can do your stereotypical twerk with just shaking your booty cheeks like this if you want, or if you're more comfortable, just give it a bit of a shake. Think of you're trying to shake your tail feather. Like pretend you have a tail and you're trying to shake it off. Once we've done the shake, you're gonna take your inside arm. This is my right arm, okay? My inside arm is gonna come up. My outside arm is going to take me away from my armpit, okay? And I'm going to feint down to the ground. You're just gonna let your body go. Hold on tight with that top arm, okay? You're gonna go like this to your knees. This is why we're wearing knee pads, all right? And now that you're here, we're doing a twerk. We're gonna go When I do this, I'm going out, in, out, in. When I go out, my butt comes down. When I go in, my butt comes up. So it's like in, out, okay? That's how you get the booty shake. You gotta relax your butt muscles for this one, okay? Okay, so for this twerk, we're trying to come around to the other side of the pole. Okay, we want our butt to face our audience, so you're gonna take your outside arm now. It's gonna crisscross over top of your inside arm, and you're gonna move. While you're moving, you're using your arms to turn you. Okay, we go bump, bump, and then we press into the ground, come up onto your tippy toes like this, drop into your splits, okay? If you don't have your splits, then you can do a modified split, which is also a fake split. I'll show you what that looks like. You're gonna come up like this, and then you go like this. This is not a real split. It might look pretty splitty from your audience's perspective, but for me, I'm like this. Not a real split. And even if that one's a little too much for you, you can always come down to a lunge again. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. So we're gonna go bop, bop, up. Okay, that works too. Bend one of your legs, totally fine. Okay, so now that we're here, if you did it from the split, now that we're here, you're gonna bring up that leg that's behind the pole. So you're gonna come to a knee almost, and you're gonna put your hands behind your pole as your front leg does some of the E's, okay? And then you can do it, twerk, twerk. Okay, this is just a little bounce, bounce. You're just trying to move your meat here, okay? Bring your outside hand, so the hand that's at the back here, it's going to scoot down so that my shoulder is now on the ground. And now that I'm here, I'm doing a shoulder stand, okay? So I'm going to bend my same, okay, and then from here, we're gonna take our outside hand. This is the same hand that's behind. I'm gonna scoop it down, palm up, so that my shoulder is now on the ground. My inside hand is gonna grab the pole, thumb pointing down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna straighten that bottom leg as I bend that top leg. And then both are coming up. And we're gonna go open, closed, heel, clack, feet together, all the way down to the other side, okay? So throughout that shoulder roll movement, I am rotating and pivoting on my shoulder that I laid down initially. You don't have to switch shoulders. You come up on one shoulder, you rotate using your hand to hold you up, and your lower body to kind of rotate you around. So let's do that from the beginning, nice and slow. And start down, okay, in your lunge. Slow roll up. Bounce, bounce. Straighten your leg. Come up onto the boxes of your feet. Open. Slow down. Clack. Up. Now I'm going to turn towards my pole. Other side. Lean forward. And then from here, we're going to press down into our heel. Stand up. And then inside hand comes down, outside hand comes across. Scissor kick. Down. Like that. Okay, and then from here, press up. Half spin. Hand comes down low. Shake that tail feather. Hand comes back up high, and we're fainting. Now that we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Split. Laying down. Give it a bit of a kick. And now we're coming up onto our knee. Draw once. Draw once. Shake, shake. Shoulder comes down. Legs together. Open. Heels together. Keep your knees together. Heels away. Clack. Open. Feet back together. Now I'm gonna rotate over, looking over my right shoulder as I lay down, okay? And from here, I'm gonna press back. I'm gonna press back, take my time here, okay? Feel the music. Come back to the pole, plant the hand that's behind the pole. Behind the pole. Plant the hand that's behind the pole. Your other arm is going to come up because here we want to be able to see your face, all right? Now I'm gonna hold tight. Doesn't matter if you wanna hold with the true grip or a cup grip. If you wanna do your twisted grip, that's fine too. If to do your twisted grip, you basically come to the pole with whatever shoulder you're using. Hand comes out straight, turn away from the pole, come up and grab, okay? So we're planting that back hand. We're going to come up onto the boxes of our feet, and then here you're going to use one leg to kick you up. Kick, okay? Same arm, same leg racks. Other one just comes straight. And now we're gonna come down, kick, okay? That part is meant to be loud. The secret with kipping is that you land on your boxes of your shoes. You do not land on your knees first. You do a roll down. You roll like this, or you're hitting with your heels first. You're like heels and then knees. So it's not as much pressure on your knees and you don't have bruises. So now that you've landed your kick, you're gonna sit onto your hip that's away from the pole. You're gonna bring your leg up and you're gonna pet the air a couple of times. And then you're gonna turn away from your pole, bring your hips to the ground, okay? We're going to go booty, booty, booty as I try and move my knees back slightly, okay? Just to get a little more in front of the pole, and then I'm gonna reach up like so. I'm gonna push my hips forward because I'm rolling down. I'm kind of doing a fish flop. So when you do your fish flop, you are touching from the bottom up, okay? You shouldn't be winding yourself. I know you can wind yourself doing this. I've done it many, many times. But I really need you to forcefully push your hips forward to nail this one, okay? Don't be scared. You're not gonna box yourself or anything like that. It's very hard to do that. You might knock the wind out of yourself, but it won't be too bad. So you're gonna put your hips forward and you're gonna come down and back up, okay? So when I do that, I use the momentum of myself rolling forward to bring my legs up and bend them, okay? So you're gonna go like so, bend. I'm literally going from my legs out to here to my legs here. Okay, so you're going to have your legs straight and then they're going to, okay, so watch my leg movement, pushing my hip down, okay, another kick. Now that we're here, we're going to come up onto our hands and knees. We're going to go cat, cow, tippy toes, take your outside leg up, down, okay, throw, back onto your hip, both legs up, twerk. When I'm doing this twerk, I just relax my thighs and I'm letting my thighs do the work. I'm thinking about my thighs going like this, in and out, and I'm relaxing my leg meat so it actually shakes. So after your twerk, you're gonna bring your legs down to the ground, and you're gonna arch that back, okay? You're gonna do one of these, draw on the floor for maybe 2 times, and then both legs together and up, grabbing with that inside leg, coming over, down. The more you arch your back for that movement, the easier it will be, okay? After you've landed behind your pole, you're gonna push back with your hips, but you're going to do a twerk, okay? So I'm gonna land like this, and then I'm gonna press back with my back rounded, and then I'm gonna arch, okay? So you're gonna round up, booty, pop. Now that I'm behind the pole, I want to get more squared up with my pole. So to move back towards the pole, I'm going to swing. I'm moving my knees back and swinging my heels out. Okay, one at a time. And I'm slowly using my hands and my knees together while I come squared up with my pole. Okay, Now that we're here, we're gonna come up. Give yourself a feel up. All right? Flick some hair if you want. Reach about head height. Knees up. Press out. Okay? Grabbing the pole about face height. Knees up. Pressing through your toes. Booty up, and now we're standing. Okay, from here we're doing a fan kick to a pole sit. So you're gonna come behind your pole. Okay, proper fan kick. Inside hand is low. Outside hand is high above. Baseball grip. Inside leg is going to lead us around. Both legs straight. You're gonna think fan. Turn towards your pole and sit, okay? So we're going to go inside, outside, right to my pole, squeezing my legs together, coming to the other side, and as I come to the other side, I bend my legs and I can be on the ground. Okay, when I'm here, I'm gonna straighten that front leg and go, against the pole. Then I'm gonna straighten my back leg, clap, other side of the pole, All right, let's go through that part from the beginning, nice and slow. Okay? We're down here in our lunge to start with, okay? And we're going, here's the 1 cue. Bounce, bounce. Straighten your legs, hands at chest. Up. Pressing through our toes. Slow down. Here we go. Turning towards your pole. Bring that leg up, press forward. Back arch, press into the ground, straighten that back leg. Straighten that back leg. Inside hand comes down, outside comes across, kick, kick. Do like so. Like that. Okay, it doesn't really matter which hands you use. I just want us to some sass there, okay? And now we're gonna stand up, booty first, as always. Outside hand dumps your metaphorical cup of water down, turning into your pole, back to the pole, come out, grab, shake your tail feather. Inside hand comes up nice and tall, we're fainting. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. And here, I forgot to mention earlier, but I want you to do a lay down while you do a kick, okay? You're gonna go, oh yeah, I'm in my splits. Behind your pole, look at your audience, kick. Okay, now I'm gonna bring that knee up as my front leg now kind of scoops back. Okay, and then I go throw it. Inside, outside hand comes down onto my shoulder. I'm grabbing with my inside hand. Straighten your bottom leg, bend your top, get your balance, both legs together. Open for 1, feet together, knees together, heels together, open. One more time, let go of that top and roll down. Now we're going to press up, sit back a little bit, enjoy your time here. One hand comes up into your twisted grip or your regular grip. And you're gonna put that shoulder onto the pole, both toes up again. One leg, okay, is going to kick you up. Up. You're gonna grab the pole with that leg that you kicked with. Straighten the other one. And down. Heels first, then your knees, okay? Do not do knees first. Try and kick out your feet a little bit, like straighten your legs while you're coming down. So you kick with your heels first. Over here, we're gonna sit down onto our hip, straighten that leg, 1, 2, roll away from your pole, coming back, doing some gyrating movements here as I move back, straighten, pressing my hips forward, down, kick. And now I'm up, 1, 2, toes, big circle, down. Okay, throw it. Now you're gonna sit down on that hip, lay like so in front of your pole, twerk, 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 twerk. Legs coming down. Okay, draw on the floor a little bit here with your heels. And then your feet come together. Feet come up. Inside grabs. Rotate around. Okay. And now, from here, we're going to move our legs. Okay, get creative with your leg movement here. We just want to square up with our pole because we landed behind it. Now that we're here, come up, back up here, straighten out, feel yourself up a bit, grab the pole about eyeball height, knees pressing in, booty up, fan kick. Take a bit of a step if you need. Inside leg, outside leg, turn to your pole. Pole sit, turn. Okay, if you're out straight like this, you're going to get behind your pole with your upper torso. So you're gonna look and bend. And as you do that, you're gonna release your legs so that you can come down the pole nicely. And then once you're here, you're gonna straighten that front leg, bounce your body off the pole, straighten your back leg. Back leg is gonna swing and hit the front leg so you can switch to the other side, okay? We're gonna go like this. Boom, boom. Okay, so from here, we're gonna turn away from our pole again because we wanna get in front of it. Okay, back down, so our hips are down on the ground, booty up. We do a lot of this throughout the song because if you really listen to the background music, the rhythm is a lot of boom, boom, okay? So when you hear that boom, boom, or you're like boom, boom, all right? It's a very sexual song, so we're gonna be like, oh yeah, throughout the entire thing, basically. Okay, and then from here, we're going to stand up on our knees, grab the pole with your inside arm, you're gonna turn into that armpit. As you lift up, you're now outside leg, okay? Look again, leg that's with the pole. The leg that's closest to the pole is the one that's lifting, okay? I'm on my knees, inside hand up, outside hand comes down, just to steady yourself. Doesn't really matter what this hand is doing, okay? Comes down, knee up, to a stand, drag up that other leg, okay? Now we're doing a 60 little squat from the pole. We're gonna get comfortable here, okay? Open, close. When I turn towards the pole, I'm pivoting on one leg. This leg here doesn't really do much. So same leg as your same arm does not do much. It just drags along as you turn towards your pole. Do you see how I just kind of dragged it on the edge of my heel? Because all of your weight should be in this leg, in the box of your toe as you're turning. Okay, here we're gonna throw some ass again. So we're gonna go 1, 2. Okay, you're thinking about pushing it up, okay? 1, 2. Booty up. Kicking with our right, kicking with our left. So we're nice and open in front of your pole. And what I want you to do here is you're gonna do a slight bend with your legs as you get your head on the pole, and you're gonna straighten your legs. Does not matter if you're far from the pole or close to the pole, do whatever's comfortable for you. And while we're here, we're gonna take our hands, just a little stroke. Look out to the side, give them a little smile, come all the way up. And now that we're here, we're going to kick that leg out and hook it behind the pole, okay? Kick, grab, swing around till you're at the front of your pole. And when you're here, if you need to move your body around, if you're not in the right spot, that's fine. Both hands back, open your legs, put them on the ground. Now you're gonna look at your audience. Okay, play with your hands here.
It's Nyree, I don't even wanna go back home. What is this I've been wrong? He know that I love him, got him fucking me wrong. He know I ain't with it, never did it before. He got me all in my feelings, I got you all in yours. Ooh, it's like that. He ain't never leaving, now it's coming right back. I know that we need it, for sure they gon' buy it back. And you don't want nobody else sitting in like that. Boy, I'm tryna fuck you, baby. Hopefully we don't have no baby. I don't even wanna go back home. Hopefully you don't leave me home. Before I'm tryna fuck you, baby. Hopefully we don't go back home. Hopefully you don't leave me home. Before I die, tryna fuck you, baby. Hopefully you don't have no babies. I don't even wanna go back home. Hopefully you don't leave me home. Hopefully you don't leave me home. Get the car, get the keys, what you want? Take a nigga on endless love. Promise you need it up, I'm pleasing it up. None of these niggas can sleep up. God knows what he does to my love. Before I die, tryna fuck you, baby. Hopefully we don't have no babies. I don't even wanna go back home. Hopefully you don't leave my home. Before I die, tryna fuck you, baby. Hopefully we don't have no babies. I don't even wanna go back home. Hopefully you don't leave my home.
Now, I don't know if it's just because of the routine or if it's hot outside, because when I'm recording this it's really humid out. But it definitely is a lot of cardio. It's fast paced, but there's parts in the song where it's forgiving and it lets you slow down a bit. So again, with all of my choreography, I always leave the end of the song for you guys to figure out your own stuff, because you need to be able to practice your own. And I give freedom of changing any kind of hand movements or hair flips that I do, because you gotta add your own pizzazz onto stuff sometimes, right? Pads are necessary for this routine because of all the kipping that we do, and I don't know about you guys, but my knees aren't as good as they used to be, so that stuff is pretty hard to do with no knee pads on. Again, for all the flexible parts, I just want you to do a fake split, or you can do a lunge. For the handstand part, the one-armed handstand that we do, if that's too much for you, I want you to do a headstand. Okay, and this is what your headstand would look like. You would come up like this. Okay, that's what you'll do for the handstand part if you're not quite there yet, but eventually you will be ready to do the handstand part. And again, little reminder, when we're doing the twerking part, I'm crisscrossing my hands because that's the way I'm gonna be able to get around the pole. Okay, so we're like bounce, bounce, cross those arms, bounce, 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 up. Okay, another movement I wanted to show you guys is when we do that fancy little, kind of like a fishtail with your legs at the back to try and get yourself square with the pole. I'll show you what that looks like. So let's just pretend I did that fish roll back, and I'm like so, but I want to be looking right here at my pole, okay? So I'm going to go like this. Now I'm looking at my pole, all right? Again, those movements with your legs, it's just this, okay? As one leg comes back, the other one moves with it. They're kind of moving in sync. And at the same time, I'm able to move my knees individually and use my hands to make me move around. So I also wanted to show you guys that I call it a fish flop. I do a fish flop rollover from one side of the pole to the other. Okay, when you do that, I'll show you from a different angle. You're gonna come up like so. This is me grabbing with my inside. This hand that's free is going to travel along as I bend that leg back and come down. Okay? The more you push your chest out and arch that back as you're coming down, the smoother you're gonna roll out of it without just slapping your thighs off the ground. But if you noticed, hope you did, you have to really grip that knee. Inside shoulder and inside leg are doing all of the work. My outside leg is just guiding me as my outside hand is kind of progressing me along. So I'm gonna grab with that inside knee, come over, okay, arch, down. Make sure you're listening to the words of the song and add your little raunchy parts in there if you want. Again, I'm gonna tag the song down here so that you guys can look it up and download it yourself. Go support the artist. Wonderful song, I love it. But yeah, have fun with this. If you have any questions about it, just email me or send me a DM and ask me whatever it is you're having a hard time with, and we can go over it, or I can help you out with some technique.